Okay, as promised, another Q&A about 10 seconds after the last one. All right, this is going to start from February 16th. So, I think that's how I say it. Asks, I feel like my pull strength is much weaker than my squat. I can front squat 140, but can only clean 115. Should I add some heavier sets after each clean snatch pull and do clean snatch deadlifts? If you could, it will probably have an impact on your general strength and make some of those lifts feel easier and move a little better. I don't think it's going to hurt you. So what I would do is at the end of those pulling sessions, just add a few more sets and bump up the weight 5-10 kilos or whatever and kind of work up to a top single and be done. That should be enough to give you exposure to high intensity weights and drive some more progress there. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely not a bad idea. Okay, so owner Ricky, I feel like I'm saying that right, but I have an inflated sense of self here. So they ask, will the new AI be better at exposing weaknesses? I did answer this below in the chat, but I'm going to kind of dig into this a little deeper for you guys. So they're asking, since coming back from sickness and a minor knee injury, I've noticed my knees not clearing back enough on 85%. Snatch, usually not a problem for me. I keep getting snatched during a strength block, and I think a variation of the pause snatch one time a week would be beneficial. To correct this, I guess on past programs outside of AI, I've had pause snatches 1-2 times a year for a block. I agree with that. I think pause snatches are a great way to address that. It should help. It could be one movement of many that would improve that. I went on to explain kind of how the problem works or how the system works now, our exercise selection process. So what we look at is we broke the lifts down granularly into many, many data points. And you could look at these data points as being like a characteristic of the exercise itself. So for example, let's take something obvious like a power snatch versus a snatch. And we look at the relative difference between those exercises in all the phases of the lift, in all the different parameters and characteristics of the exercise that we can quantify. So for example, like the depth that you have to receive the bar, right? Let's call that like squat depth. We would characterize power snatch relative to snatch. How much does power snatch influence, the depth that you catch the bar? And the answer would be like negative. It doesn't, right? You don't ever go below. So when the system is looking for an exercise, it's going to look for not an exercise based on a weakness, which is what I think deterministic systems are doing, which is to say, I don't get my knees back, therefore I do this exercise. Or my clean is weak in the recovery, therefore I do front squat. That works to some degree, but in a lot of ways it falls apart because you're not really looking at what are the best solutions or what are solutions that might be unique in solving these problems. But if you look at let's say your front squat or your clean to front squat, like you're struggling to catch the bar in a strong position. So what really is going on? It might be 5 or 6 characteristics of the lift that need to be emphasized. So it would be like, the timing of meeting the bar, the speed you move under the barbell, the position of your upper back, the strength of your upper back, the quality of your rack position, all these little things that probably add up to saying, yeah, you could do front squat because your legs are weak, but maybe a better picture to paint would be like a clean with a pause in the hole, or some combination of some no contact cleans to help you with timing of the catch. It could be, power snatch or power clean plus clean. So instead of saying this is the problem, this is the solution, we say this is the problem. Here's all the characteristics that probably impact that problem that need to be emphasized to remove that problem. And our system searches for that. And this is where machine learning comes in, is basically cross-multiplying all of these characteristics against the other elements of the program, what phase you're in, what kind of program you're doing, the other issues you have as well. And we should get a more specific answer and a better answer in most cases so that we can actually address the real problem. The nice thing about this system is that we get much more control over the group of exercises we're picking, and you're going to get things that might break down as like no hook snatch, but not no feet. And that is a viable option in a lot of cases because it's just, you don't need the no feet part. Or, you might have like a reduction in power snatches, but an increase in, power position snatch or high block snatch. The nice thing about this too is that we're no longer looking to, it's impossible to create a system where you said, okay, this is my problem. Every possible exercise that would be okay could be ranked in order, and you rank them in order. The problem is every time you pick that problem, you always get the top of the list. So it's deterministic. It's just always the same thing. And that ultimately is just a template. It's a giant template. We want to have something that can evolve And it will evolve because we're able to modify the weights, as in the values of influence of each of these characteristics, and explore different possible combinations and get feedback to say, hey, these things were given to this guy because he had, he jumped forward and they resolved that issue. So this is, these are ranked higher. And we can reinforce what's good for athletes and what's working and avoid problems where we're giving exercises or training that's not helping. This is the ultimate goal of this whole project is the AI and all these things. Like, I want to create something that makes better coaches and better athletes. And that gives us the ability to say, hey, there's a lot of intelligence inside of this training program. There's a lot of intelligence here that we can draw on and explain to you, hey, this is why you got this. This is why this is happening. And that's going to make a huge difference, because now you're going to buy in and believe that when the app says, hey, you jump forward, we need to work on, anything that reduces horizontal displacement. So you're getting a lot of no hook lifts or no feet lifts. And there's a reason why you're getting it, and you understand why. So it can help you practice and train it. So it's a way, way better system. It gives us the ability to explain every decision in the process so much better. And it's going to be way better than what we have now. I'm super excited to see where it goes with everybody and see what people's feedback is. And like I said in the last video, we're going to try to roll out like beta testing on this month, probably towards the end of March. So we'll see, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm super excited about it. I think it's the right way to go. Obviously, we believe we're always wrong. We're just trying to be less wrong. And so hopefully the next iteration of this, methodology is better. But that's the goal here, is to always be improving on this stuff. It looks like actually that's kind of all the questions. Someone asked me when the beta will be out. Like I said, probably hoping for the end of, March. I say March, I'm hoping for the end of March. The mobile app is in development. It's on its way. It's really far along. The back end stuff is coming along. It's just a matter of like, there's so much data and so much stuff to dial in that, we want to make sure we don't spit out programs that are like snatch for 10 sets of 10. That's my job every day. So yeah. It'll be soon. You guys will obviously be the very first to know. We'll have like a sign up, and then we'll just start to migrate people over once we get it going, and probably have a soft kind of ramp up into it and get new people on there. Let's see, any other ones? Yeah. So Chris Murphy asks, how about some OGs in the AI? Yeah, we'll probably send it out to the oldest people first, the people that are most excited, or most people that have been around for a long time, yearly people as well, just because then they can, they can hop on. It's not like there's anything to do. And then we'll just kind of move as we go. We'll just kind of invite more people onto it and get it running as good as we can. Let's see. I think that's it, actually. I think that's pretty much all of our deal here. So yeah, I'm going to, keep doing these. I'm going to pick them up again. Please post more questions in here. It'll get answered. It took me a while this time because I got super busy with everything else in the app. But yeah, let me know. And if you have questions about anything, training, technique, I can answer it all, and keep sharing. Let's keep going and make this as good as we can.